Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm bringing you a Christmas project. I made this for a blog hop I was on last week. So you may have seen it already. And I am going to show you how I made it today. So it is a little gift box. You just slip off the belly band. And it uses one sheet of 12 by 12, and you can put your little gift or goodies in there. It folds flat, so you can make these in advance and have them stored away nicely until you need them. Okay, I did make two versions of the belly band, one that sits your penguin in the middle and one that sits your penguin a little bit further up, so you can add a greeting if you want. So I will show you both versions because it's the way you join them is a little bit different. Okay, so because this is directional paper, it's really important that you do the right scoring on the right side. So there's two, you score one lot that way and one lot that way. So with the direction you want to go in, this is when we're going to score the 1.5, the 3, and the 3 3/4. And then we're going to turn it 180 degrees, so it's now upside down, and we're going to score again. The same measurements, 1.5, 3, 3 3/4. And then we're going to go 90 degrees. So we're now scoring the other way. And we're going to score at 3 and 4.5. And then we're going to swizzle around 90 degrees and repeat those score lines at 3 and 4.5. And your box is going to be this rectangle section here. So as you can see, it's going to be the right way up. You're going to make it so it's sort of upside down. No, you're going to make it that way. Don't really matter, because once you've done it, it's fine. So you'll end up with your pattern going the right way. Okay, so that is your score line. You can see it better on that side. All the measurements will be as usual on Nigezza.co.uk. Okay, we're not going to burnish all the lines right now. So what you want to do is have the side that's got the 4.5 inch score line. So where it's at the narrowest point in the middle, as opposed to there where you've got the widest point in the middle. You want it so you've got the narrowest point in the middle, and you're going to fold all 4 corners in to that score line there at 4.5. Okay, I'm going to take my bone folder now and do that. So all 4 sides. Nearly did it wrong. Into that 4.5. I did. It's such a long time since I've made these boxes that I had to remind myself, and first time I did it wrong. So it's a good job. So I first saw this video way back, I think when I first discovered Stampin' Up, actually, and it was an Australian demo, Stampin' Tea, and she used a beautiful punch, which at the time, as with when I first discovered Stampin' Up, everything I liked had retired. So that had me going off on eBay looking for it. So that is that. So now what we're going to do is you've got these side bits here, and they are going to fold in. So this is the side bit that is 1.5 inches on your school line. So you've got your rectangle in the center at the longest bit. So we're going to fold that in. Okay, and then you're going to open up, and you've got like, it forms like a square. So you get like a triangle fold. So you're going to fold that out, and then you're going to fold it back on itself that way. So fold it out, and then fold it back on itself. So you're turning it inside out. So that's how we folded it in. We want them to come out like that and down like that. Okay, show you again on the other side. We're going to fold that in. So we have what I call a roof shape. Okay, you're then going to take that fold and get it to meet that school line there to form a rectangle, and then we want to fold it back on itself. So the roof bit is underneath now. Okay, so pull out that school line there, get it to meet that school line there. And then push it that way. Okay, so that's where we are. Right, so that's that bit. Now we're going to fold in and score all the school lines. Give them a good burnish. And this helps with the box going together easily. So it's an origami box. You can make it a no glue box, but I am going to put some glue on it because it actually goes together much easier if you've got a little bit of glue in it. And I say I've been making this box for years, and I don't think I've ever done a video on it. And I used to make these for my students, for little goodbye gifts. And you can fill them with all sorts of nice goodies. And yeah, they always went down well. I've done them for other gifts for different people, and people are always quite impressed with the way it's like one sheet folded. I gave it to my godson actually. He was like, oh, that's really clever, Jess, that's an origami box. It's like, yeah, it is. So he was quite impressed. So there we go. So that's them all folded nicely, and yeah, I can see I have done this correctly. So the place to put the glue, if you're going to put some glue, I say you don't have to, but it does make it all come together a little bit easier, is this rectangle here. So this is the top of the box. So you've got a large rectangle there, you've got a small rectangle there, large, small, large, and it's the small ones is where you're going to put a bit of glue. So I'm just going to use some Stamp and Seal and just put a bit of Stamp and Seal across. Well, I would. Yeah, just across this rectangle. Gone a little bit too over the edge at that side. I'll rub it off in a sec. So don't go too far over the edge. There's a little bit there too far over the edge. So I'm going to take my glue rubber and just take it off. does rub off quite well. Oh, little sticks. There we go. So that's that. And then we'll do the same down here. Just along there. I say it holds things together in place, and it does give the box a bit more stability. There we go. And then we're going to fold this. You've got 2 score lines on the back there. You go into the second score line, and it will take it all the way to the middle of the box. So you should just about meet up there in the middle. Okay. And it's this point where you can store them flat. You can make a load, store them flat. When I was doing these for my students, and I was making like 18 at a time, I just got to this stage in front of the telly, and then you pull up from the center, and this crease here needs to go back on itself. There's a score line there, and you form a little triangle, and it will, you've got a fold line there, that's the side of the box, and you're just going to come up here, take that score line to that fold line there. It forms a little square on the inside, like so. Do the same here, bring it back, make sure you've got that score line there, bring it over to that score line there, form the side of your box, and you do the same on this side. So bring it over. So once you've done a few of these, you're away. You know exactly what you're doing, and you are away. So you've got like a nice little square there in the center, and it's a 3-inch square that you've formed. Is it 3 inches? Yeah. Yeah. A nice sort of 3-inch square in the middle, like so. And then these will fold down that way, and that's your little box. And I just love the way it goes in at the 2 sides. So cute little box there. So to close it, I'm gonna make a belly band for it, and I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use this is it fresh freezer in it? Yes, some fresh freezer cardstock to make my belly band, I think, and then it will go with the inside when you open it up. Could pick any colour really on here, but yeah, I'm going to go with fresh freezer. So I've got a piece of fresh freezer, and this is 1 1/4 wide by 10 inches in length, and I want it to sort of match the inside there. So I've got this stamp here, and I've got some fresh freezer, and I'm going to stamp over it. I'm going to bring in a little bit of a scrap, and I'm just going to randomly stamp that on top so that it is not plain. Could always use a bit of DSP if you wanted, but I thought it will work by using the stamp. It's not exactly the same, but it's good enough. And then we're gonna add a cute little penguin to the top. finish it off, and that's what's going to cover up the join, which is why I've made it 1 1/4 inch wide. You can of course make it longer if you want to. I'm just going to, I cut it and then I've done it on the wrong side. You get slightly raised edge when you cut it. So there we have it. And then to get the right size, you just close up your box. I want it to be slightly above, below the centre there. I want the join down there, just slightly below the centre, and we're just going to pinch that there, pinch that there, then fold it and burnish it, make sure it's straight. And then I'll go back in to my closed box, so we can now pinch round the other sides. And this helps you to have a box, a belly band that's not too tight, so you'll be able to get it on and off. Works better than measuring, I find. So fits round nicely like so. I'm going to create my penguin before I stick it down, just to check if I want it that way or the other way around. So I'm going to use some scrap of Whisper White, Basic White, and Basic Black here. Oh, got other things up me punch. There we go. So that's my Mr. Penguin back, and then we'll have our penguin body. We need penguin feet as well. I forgot about that. Better get myself a bit of Calypso coral. Tiny little scraps of Calypso coral here to do the feet, and then it goes with the colours in the DSP. There we go, 2 little feeties. So we need to do some stamping on our penguin's face, but that is our wee penguin. So let's get, that's the only thing I didn't get out, the nose and the eyes for our penguin, and I might get a scarf as well. We've got eyes. Oh, that's the wrong way, Jez. That's our eyes. And we want, never have enough A blocks in my opinion. There we go. You could stamp this, you didn't have to use the cardstock. You could, I've got different versions here that I've made. So I could have stamped it, just punched it out, but I wanted to make it up. I'm thinking I might stamp that on it. Let me have a little look. I'm going to bring in my scrap again because I think the scarf goes slightly off the edge. So let's get my ink. off here to the side. So let's do my scarf. Oh. Yeah, that'd be nice. Stick that. Like so. Then we need clips of coral. I think for the nose we'll keep it the same colour palette, and some black for the eyes. So let's take that off a sec. Yep. So I'm going to do that. Do that there. And then we're going to put the eyes in. Have it straight, use my grid mat. There we go. That's my little penguin. I think that works. And then he just needs his feet. And I haven't decided where I want to put his feet yet. So move them off. Ready to clean. So, and this is why I hadn't put it together yet, because it's where to place it. I'm just going to glue these two on top of each other. There we go. So the 1¼ inch is the penguin's wings. So I had it so that that was slightly lower so that can sit in the middle. So that's why when I started I was slightly below halfway, because that's where you want your penguin wings to be, so that he's sat in the middle. Okay, if you had your join further up, your penguin would be up there. If it was further down, your penguin would be down there. Having it just below the centre, you can have your penguin in the middle and it covers it all nicely. So we're going to put a bit of glue across the top there. I'm going to get Tombo, because I want it to be so top there, and then we know that we'll be well and truly stuck down. Bit Tombo just to make sure we get it even Steven straight across there. Slip it off. Usually find it works better one way other than the other. Oh, what am I like? There we go. So we go that way. That should do it. So that will slip on. slipped across there nicely. I like the fact that we've got two little penguins poking out there with the fresh freezer on, and we can stick our penguin there quite nicely. And let's have him sitting. Now he's there, I'm thinking sitting down works really well. So we're going to stick those in place. Having a little rest on top of your gift box. So I'm going to put it over to the side, I think. Now you could pop him up on dimensionals if you wanted to, but I think I'm just gonna stick him in place. Making sure his little wings are covering the join. And you could add a little sentiment to that. So we want a little greeting on it. So I'm going with Season's Greetings. Got my little scrap here. And I've got it mounted. Got my fresh freezer. Put it over on this side. Don't really like the way that's stamped. That'll do. And then I want to get a nice little die cut. So I've got my tailor-made tags. Got the littlest one here, and I'm gonna die cut it that way and then feed it back in and die cut it that way to give myself just a little tag. So let's just cut that down and I'll show you what I mean. So if I line that up where I want it at the bottom, and we can cut that out. And then what I'm going to do is turn it around that way, get it to where I want it, and you can feel where the edges have locked in place. And then I'm going to take a bit of washi and hold it in place so it don't move. And then we just want to die cut the end. Don't have to put it all the way through because it's just this end bit that I need to come off. And that has given us a nice little greeting there, which more by luck than judgment is the right way for my belly band. So bin, oh, I brought the bin back. So that will fit under there quite nicely. And now I'm thinking I would have preferred it higher up, actually, that belly band, now that I've decided to put a greeting. It would be better if it was all a little bit further up, wouldn't it? I think I might make the belly band again, actually. So there we go. I quickly did another one and another penguin. So if you want to leave it without a sentiment, then follow my instructions for what I did. So if I want a sentiment and a penguin, then I do want that to be about on the middle. So it's just slightly higher there on the middle. And so we'll just do exactly what I did before. Do this belly band. So just double checking before I glue anything down. So stick the penguin on there. I can stick that down below. Yep, happy with that. So I'm going to use Tombow. Bead along there. Bead along the inside there. Make sure it moves. Then take our penguin. Glue him down so that his little wings cover that join. And then I might pop that up. So I didn't want to pop him up because I wanted to make sure that he covered that join, but I don't mind popping up my greeting. And that. So giving you options there of how you want to put the top on, whether or not you want a greeting or no greeting. The choice is yours. I think a greeting's quite cute, actually. Okay, so that's my little no-cut box out of one sheet. I think it works better with the smaller patterns on the paper as opposed to the big ones. So it's just another use of that beautiful free paper that that's available in Celebration. We're in our last month of Celebration. There's only a few weeks left now of it, and the wonderful drawing offer. So there we go. That's my little Christmas project for the Stampin' for Christmas blog hop. So hope you like that. Hope you give it a go, and I will see you again soon. All the measurements on my blog, link down below to all of the shop links, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.